Hi there, my favorite people, and welcome back to my channel. This is the stands for the Sun Tarot channel, and today's reading I am coming towards you with yet another future spouse / life partner reading. Today we are taking a look at the signs and synchronicities that they are receiving about you. If you wish, I don't actually remember if I've done this in the past, but if I hadn't and you would like me to, then feel free to let me know if you want me to do a reading about the signs and synchronicities that you are receiving about them. But with that being said, we have 4 piles as always, as almost always, I guess. And today we're picking based on cards from my own deck, from yours truly. This is basically just a deck that contains some quotes that I really felt called to use. So for you, pile 1, I have a quote from It by Stephen King, and it says, "The first real terror struck him then, and there was nothing at all supernatural about it. It was only a realization of how easy it was to trash your life. That was what was so scary. You just dragged the fan up to everything you had spent years raking together and turn the mother effer on." For you, pile 2, I have a quote from Franz Kafka. This is a little bit different from the others, I guess, because this is an actual quote from the author. I feel like in a love letter. Yeah, I guess a love letter to a girlfriend of his. The others are actual quotes from books. But like I was saying, pile 2, you have, "You are the knife I turn inside myself. That is love. That, my dear, is love." Pile 3, I have a quote from The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is from the character Henry Winter. Maybe that name is relevant. In some cases, maybe the season of winter is relevant. But the quote is, "But morning light can make the most vulgar things tolerable." And finally, pile 4, I have a quote from White Nights by Dostoevsky, and that is, "I don't know how to be silent when my heart is speaking." So as always, take all the time that you need in order to pick your pile, and once you've done that, you can scroll down into the description box below, find the timestamp for your reading, click it, and I'm going to meet you there. Hi there, pile 1, and welcome to your reading, baby. Today we are taking a look at the signs and synchronicities that your future spouse / life partner is receiving about you. And in order to find that out, first and foremost, we have this card that you've chosen from yours truly, which has a quote from It by Stephen King. Wonderful choice, one of my favorite books of all times, but let's just quickly reread this. We have, "The first real terror struck him then, and there was nothing at all supernatural about it. It was only a realization of how easy it was to trash your life. That was what was so scary. You just dragged the fan up to everything you had spent years raking together and turned the motherfucker on." Excuse my language, but we can all agree, I feel like that the impact wouldn't be the same without the mother effort there. See, it's like bland. Doesn't work. We're sticking to what I said first, but I'm not going to repeat it just because we're on YouTube. But anyway, pile 1, I would say that your person, and just for future reference, I'm going to keep calling them your person because it's much easier, simpler than saying future spouse / life partner every single time. So I would say your person, pile 1, is particularly getting signs and synchronicities about you at times in their life when they have a decision to make. And what I would say about your person is that they're not really good with decisions, and they're not really good with their trust. When I say their trust, I mean both in themselves and in other people around them. I feel like this person would be the type of person who could potentially ruin a perfectly good thing just because they don't trust maybe that they deserve good things. They don't trust the intentions of the person that they are talking to. And this doesn't have to be about a relationship, like they may ruin a perfectly good career opportunity or a chance for relocation or anything of that kind, just because they don't really trust that good things are meant to happen to them, and they don't trust that people can just be kind to them. I feel like this person had a lot to lose in their past because of this particular pattern of turning down perfectly good things just because they were scared they were going to get tricked in the long run. So I would say that your person is receiving these signs and synchronicities about you, particularly at the time when they are pondering a certain important decision. And once again, when they are torn between things staying the way that they are and them changing, most likely for the better, okay? And this person is slightly aware of the potential of a certain situation, but at the same time they find it so hard to believe that it could happen like that for them. And I feel like a lot of these opportunities that this person is receiving particularly have to do with other people. So there may be a person who comes and extends a work offer for them, like, come work for me, I offer you also, you know, this chance for relocation to a bigger city, and also going to pay for, I don't know, rent for a couple of months or something like that. And this person that would come is someone who is particularly trusted, let's say in the community, by the people around them. And I even feel like this is a person that isn't just, you know, random, who just came out of nowhere. This would be someone that your person knows already, and maybe they already have a sort of friendship or a sort of bond. But even with people like that, they still find it hard to fully trust them, to fully trust their future and their emotions, particularly their expectations, into the hands of others. I feel like this person was let down by their expectations a lot in their past, and they almost don't want to expect anything from anyone anymore. And like I said, this can extend even to romantic partners. They may turn down perfectly good romantic partners because they just don't want to start building these dreams with these people and ultimately get hurt, which is what is going to ultimately happen in their head. I'm getting a very specific message as well. If you are someone who believes they've met their future spouse or their, you know, life partner, whatever you want to call them, I would say that this is very possible. And in that case, I would say that they may have turned down the relationship for the same reasons. Like, it seemed like a perfectly great fit for the both of you, but they couldn't trust it, and so they bailed. And in your particular case, I feel like the signs that they are receiving at these times of indecision in their life, should I stay or should I go, also have to do with sort of like they keep being reminded of you. So they see someone who is very similar in appearance to you. They out of nowhere smell your perfume on the street, or someone in front of them orders the exact same thing that you would order, that is your favorite order, maybe from Starbucks or a sort of coffee shop, or I don't know, McDonald's, KFC, whatever it is. That's what it would basically revolve around, the signs that they would be receiving, in case you already know this person and they turned down the relationship for the sort of reasons that I gave before. Or maybe they didn't even give you a particular reason, but you sort of had an inkling about this already, that they bailed because they don't feel like they can trust somebody else. For my people who don't already know their future spouse / life partner, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the subject with some tarot and see what additional signs we can get with that. But just from this card, this person may as well, like I described in the case of the portion of my viewers who already know their future spouse or their life partner, your person may smell your perfume, may hear someone make your exact order, but it would more so be their intuition speaking to them, like, this sounds familiar, even though they haven't met you yet. Obviously they don't know your order, they don't know your perfume, but it just awakens something in them. It just makes something click in their head at the exact time that they would need it, you know, because ultimately you would want for your future spouse what's best. So the reason why I feel like signs and synchronicities of you come at these particular times is because you do want what's best for this person. You want this person to trust the opportunities coming their way, the good things coming their way, even if it's about another relationship. You know, like on a soul level, you want this person to be happy and be able to trust a partner in their life. You know, so even if this would be a decision as to should I date this person or not, I feel like you would rather want your person to date the one in question because you want them to be happy. You want them to experience real love and real connection. It's also going to do a lot of good for your future relationship with them if this person has already been through a committed and trusting relationship, because they know more. They know how to approach, for example, fights or just, I don't know, casual arguments. Is that a thing? But like they would know how to navigate a relationship already. So in the long run, it would still be good for your particular relationship that you have with this person. But let's use the tarot, and we're using the White Numen tarot today to see if we can get any more signs that this person may be receiving about you. Pile one. I usually don't take reversals in this deck, so even when I shuffle, I go like this. But if a card, when it flies out, comes out in reverse, and I really feel called to take it that way, I am going to. So let's see. Pile one's future spouse / life partner. What signs is this person receiving about pile one? We're just going to take a couple of cards. I don't want to oversaturate this. We have the Hanged Man. So once again, about that decision, like being torn, I really feel like taking this in the upright. Let's, how do you want this? I think that's slightly to the side. Let's try again. How do you want this? That is great. But let's take it like this and take it as indecision. Obviously, the Page of Wands would be talking about a person taking initiative and making those first steps on a new path, a completely different path than what they've known before. And obviously, we're speaking a lot about indecision with your person, so I feel like that fits well. And let's get one more card. Okay, that was easy. We have the Eight of Cups. I feel like this is, you know, like, should I stay or should I go? You know, exactly. And this card in the middle of the indecision, it's exactly what we've been discussing. And apparently at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So yeah, in order for this person usually to make a decision, the universe has to intervene. Like, they have to make the decision for your person, because otherwise, I feel like your person would either be stuck in limbo for a really, really long time, or just trap themselves in this very exhausting situation where they are continuously stressed and maybe pissed off. They just in a very negative energy. So signs, particular signs that I can see in these cards, I guess. Obviously, we can be drawn to the Fish in this particular Eight of Cups. Like, by the way, I'm going to take this like quite literally, like actual signs that this person may see. Obviously, we have the Fish here. Maybe the Fish is a particular sign that they are receiving about you. Maybe you're a Pisces. You know, possibly, only take that if it resonates. We also have the sort of like moon. I believe that is the moon there. So that could also be speaking of Pisces. Also, like the Hangman is like Neptune energy, Pisces energy. Once again, maybe you are a Pisces. Maybe they are receiving a lot of signs about the sign of Pisces in general. Maybe when they, I don't know, turn on the TV. I mean, who watches TV anymore? But let's just assume, I don't know, they open to this channel where, I don't know, a lady is giving the zodiac predictions for the week to come, and they open it, the TV exactly at the time when Pisces is on. I'm just hearing a lot of signs about, the zodiac sign of Pisces, but also actual fish. They may see actual fish. These are arrows, okay, in this person's chest here. So maybe arrows are significant as well. But honestly, the first time I looked at this card, and like for the longest time, this is the first time I noticed these are arrows. Okay, until now, I've used this deck like, I don't know, a dozen times. I always thought they were chopsticks. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I thought they were chopsticks. So maybe chopsticks are relevant. Maybe you like Asian food. You know how we were talking in the beginning, hearing someone making your favorite order at a restaurant. Maybe that was in regards to a sushi order or just some type of Asian food order that you would eat with chopsticks. I'm not very literate in this. I'm not sure if most of the Asian cultures use chopsticks, or it's just, a select few. But either way, I'm getting something about Asian food. Is there anything else in terms of particular signs? Also with the arrows, obviously I have to mention Sagittarius, which Sagittarius and Pisces are sister signs in a way, because in ancient astrology we would have both Sagittarius and Pisces being ruled by oh my god, how am I blanking on this? By Jupiter. So maybe both Sagittarius and Pisces are important to this particular reading. Maybe you have both Sagittarius and Pisces in your chart. In case with, hi, I have to drop in if you have both Sagittarius and Pisces in your chart. Let me know. I am a Sagittarius sun and Pisces rising, so I would love to meet you. But anyway, those are the particular signs that I am getting. Is there anything else? Like, I really don't want to give you something that is too out there. I really feel like this is what I am mostly picking up on. In terms of numbers, we would have obviously the Tower with number 16. We would have number 12 and number 8, which, yeah, I'm really not seeing the connection there, apart from 8 plus 8 is 16. And I'm not really literate. I mean, I'm not illiterate or anything, but I don't have the English capabilities to talk about the many ways in which the number 4 can be divided, because we're all getting it, like we can divide 16 by 4, we can divide 12 by 4, and we can divide 8 by 4. But you get what I mean. Maybe the 4th house is also relevant to this reading. We would have Cancer. In that case, how we also mentioned briefly, we mentioned Cancer briefly with the moon here. So maybe number 4 is significant as well. Maybe this is a particular number that they are seeing, or, multiples of 4. Is that how you say it? I'm literally translating it word for word from Romanian, but maybe they're also seeing these numbers these numbers in general that can be divided by 4, and 4 is playing a major role. But with that being said, finally, I kind of want to see what chakras are being activated when this person is receiving these signs about you. So basically when they are feeling your energy around them, because I always associate, like, if you're receiving signs about someone, I'm always thinking that you have that person's energy around you. And for that, I'm going to use this new deck that I'm very excited about, which is called, let me just try to see the deck from where I'm standing. It is the Eternal Crystals Oracle cards, and it's just, it's so cute. You're going to see it once I actually get a card out. But let's see, Spirit, what chakras are being activated when this person is receiving these signs? I'm live shuffling, y'all. Everyone be proud. So we have Zinsight. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but this is speaking of the physical body and obviously of the root chakra. I really hope this reading is not too long, but anyway. And let's get one more. We have Tiger Eye with animals and solar plexus chakra, which is a really nice combination to have. This is really kind of like leading me to believe, I'm interpreting this in terms of how the two of you are connected, how your connection, once it comes together, is going to look like. It's going to be very grounded, you know, given this physical body, and the root chakra is going to be very grounded and very, what's the word? It's just going to work really well. Like neither of you are going to create these expectations that are unachievable, or let yourself be completely swept away by your daydreams about this connection. You're going to be able to discuss everything very clearly and logically, and reach a natural conclusion or resolution to a problem. But also with this solar plexus chakra being here, I'm also getting that the two of you are going to connect over some of your passions. You know, them being combined, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to find a way in which you could ground your passions into reality, in the sense that maybe you're going to open up a business together. Maybe you have very similar passions that you can actually create a business with. And that would be very, very interesting. But also in terms of this particular topic, in terms of the signs, like what chakras are being activated when this person is receiving signs about you, I feel like they are really, your energy that they are receiving through these signs is really grounding them back into reality, and they are able to make more logical and well thought out decisions, and not ones based on fear and their mistrust of people and circumstances. And you're also making them less afraid to take a chance on things that make them passionate, that make them happy, that make them joyful, which is really, really beautiful. But with that being said, Pile 1, that has been your reading. This was a very interesting one for me. There was a lot of life shuffling, which I don't usually do, but it was really fun. I really hope you found it insightful as well, that you enjoyed it as well. And if you did, you can consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around. And I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading, baby. Today we are taking a look at the signs and synchronicities that your future spouse / life partner is receiving about you. And in order to find that out, first we have this card that you chose, which has a quote from Franz Kafka on it. And let's just reread that real quick. We have, "You are the knife I turn inside myself. That is love. That, my dear, is love." So, Pile 2, what I am immediately being told about your person, and just FYI, I'm going to keep calling them your person because it's easier than just repeating future spouse / life partner every single time. Pardon me. Okay, so what I am immediately being told about your person, Pile 2, is that this is someone with great emotional capabilities, someone who is very empathic, someone who loves in the truest meaning of the word. Okay, and as it usually is the case, people who love that much tend to get hurt a lot, because, you know, some people may get triggered by how honest this person is in love, or they may just like to take advantage of that to you know, get what they want, stuff of that nature. I don't feel like I need to explain this to you, but your person is definitely someone who has suffered a lot in the past, but I really don't sense them as someone who has become jaded because of it. I don't sense them as someone who has been who has become closed off as a result of that. They are still their loving, beautiful self. And in terms of when they are receiving signs and synchronicities about you, because that's mainly what I kind of like wanted to use this first card for, I feel like they receive these signs at the times when let's say a person is not right for them. and the universe is kind of like wanting them to let go before it gets too far and they get hurt again. So that's when they may receive signs of you. They may receive signs of you even after a particularly bad breakup, which in this person's case, I feel like most of them would be, because this person like really cares about the people that they get involved with. This may even be like breakups with friends, because obviously loving people, even friends can take advantage of people who are particularly loving and caring. But yeah, your person may receive signs after a particularly bad breakup, maybe even while they are in the process of sort of like grieving an unrequited love. And I feel like these signs come in from the universe directly to comfort them and let them know that the right person is out there for them. I feel like when they are receiving these signs, there's almost this feeling of calmness that overtakes them, because it lets them know that everything is going to be okay. Like, my person is out there and I'm going to find them, and they are going to treat me right. And for once, they are going to appreciate that I treat them right as well. They are going to see that as a strength and not as a weakness, not as a dumb move, to show all of your cards and wear your heart on your sleeve. They're going to see my honesty in love, and they're going to see it as a strength. They're going to see it as attractive. They're going to see it as something that is worth keeping in their life. So absolutely beautiful energy. With that being said, let's take a look with the White Numen Tarot to see what particular, like, actual signs that they are receiving may be. And just another FYI, I guess the second in this reading, I don't generally take reversals from this deck. If a particular card, when it jumps out, comes out reversed and I feel particularly cold to take it in the reverse, then I'm going to do so. But as a rule, I usually don't really do that. But let's see. So pile 2, their future spouse, life partner. What signs is this person receiving about pile 2? I would need something a little stronger than that. See, we have that. We have the 10 of Cups here. All right, what signs? Okay, come on. We have the 6 of Wands. All right. See, like, I don't know if you've noticed, if it was visible on camera, but like the card that kind of like flipped within the deck, and I didn't take it, was the Magician, because I kind of like wanted more of a, ping out there, and it did come out in exactly that way. So see, it is possible. Do I want to take another card? No, I think we can work with that, and also with the bottom deck energy, which is the Justice card. So in terms of actual signs, and just so you know, I'm taking this like literally like actual visible signs that they may be getting about you. I feel like they may see a lot of happy families with this 10 of Cups. I feel like this could, like, it would actually extend to a family with children. I feel like this person is someone who does want children, who is a family person, family oriented. So I don't know, pal 2, if you're not really into that, I could argue that this may not be exactly your pile. But going back to the signs that they are receiving, I feel like they may see a lot of happy families, and particularly, like I already said, with children. But I feel like they are going to see families together, because sometimes because of work schedules, you may see a father in the park with their son, their 10-year-old son, playing catch. I don't know. I don't know what kids play. I forgot everything that I used to play as a kid. But maybe you can see like a father with their son in the park playing catch, or a mother with their little baby on a bench, like just, I don't know, sitting around. Maybe she is showing the baby some interesting butterflies or whatever. You get the drift, you know, like you may see, because of these times that we live in, where adults are pretty much exploited by big corporations, and family time is not something that is very much valued in this capitalist world. You may see, you know, like just one parent with their children, or, you know, it can even be that the parents are divorced, and that is why just one parent is with their child at any given time. But in terms of the signs that your person is particularly getting, I feel like they're seeing actual families together. So mother, father, maybe baby in a stroller, and the 10-year-old son, that they're all walking in the park. Maybe they're even walking a dog, something like that. I feel like your person is going to see complete, not saying that, you know, a single mother can't make up a complete family, but this sort of image that I just gave you of, you know, mother, father, son, baby, dog, would more so align with what your person is desiring in their own life. And if this is truly your pile, I am assuming that this is something that you also want, that typical family. And I just realized, I'm so sorry for my people who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. I did not mean to overlook you. Obviously, we can be talking about two mothers with their children, two fathers with their children. Absolutely not important, but it would be this idea of a family construct. So two parents, or I keep missing the point, aren't I? Like, I know polyamorous people as well. I know usually what I've noticed is that polyamorous people don't really watch these readings. It's more so monogamous people, but just so everybody's feeling included, we can have everything. It's just, it's more so about not seeing one parent alone with the child, more so. What other physical signs that they may be receiving? This is a very specific one, and I have no idea where it is coming from, but for some reason with the Six of Wands, maybe your person is particularly into sports, because the message that is coming through is, I know, their favorite team, or their favorite, what do you even call that? Athlete. I wanted to say sportsman, so that would have been a fun one. But maybe like their favorite team or their favorite athlete has just won a competition, and that is a sort of sign that they are receiving. I don't know why, but it just maybe like awakens in them this this need of having someone to share that news with, you know, like the right person who is going to be just excited as you are, even if they don't understand what the heck just happened. Maybe this is, I don't know, golf, about this is about a golf tournament, and their partner doesn't know anything about golf, in this case you. With the right person, they would still manage to get excited for you and get excited with you for this particular thing, even if they didn't understand anything. So that is a very specific message that is coming in there. And also, you know how we were talking about parks in the first example as well? I feel this is a person that particularly takes a lot of walks, or maybe just, I don't know, maybe they bike, maybe they roller skate. I don't know what they do, but I'm getting a strong message about parks. And you know how in parks sometimes there are competitions held, maybe like marathons, and I really just feel like this person may pass by at the exact time that the winner passes the finish line on a marathon or whatever. I have no idea how marathons work, but there should be a winner, right? It's just that sort of perfect synchronicity. At that perfect time, they see an athlete winning. I don't know where we get so many athletes. Maybe, like I said, this person I feel like walks a lot. They are out in nature and out and about a lot, so maybe they just care a lot about their physical body, about their health and stuff like that. With the Magician being here and Justice, I'm not necessarily seeing these as, you know, actual signs like we've seen with these two, obviously. I'm more so just sensing the idea that your person is manifesting you. They are manifesting this right connection into their life. The person that is going to give as much as they give at any given time, someone who is going to be committed 100% to their relationship, and someone who is a true partner. You know, someone who is going to treat them right. So I feel like that is particularly what these two are about. But if we really are looking for signs, I am particularly being drawn to the Scales. Obviously in the Justice card, which also we have Libra on the table, by the way. The Magician, I haven't actually heard any one, you know, particular sign attributed to the Magician. It feels like it's always changing. The one that I've heard most, however, would be Aquarius. So we would already have double air signs. So maybe you are an air sign, maybe they are an air sign, or air energy is particularly important to this connection. And also in terms of physical signs, in the Magician card, I am particularly being drawn to these two birds, which would also go well with the outdoorsy nature that we could see in your person. So yeah. And we also have snakes, but hopefully they don't encounter snakes that often. All right, finally, I want to take a look at what chakras are being sort of activated when they are receiving these signs of you. Because the way I always looked at it is that when you're receiving a sign about a certain person, I really just sense like it's their energy that is around you. So I kind of like want to see what particular chakras you activate in this person. Oh, okay, that was easy. Okay. This person is straightforward. I like them. We have Okanite with past life patterns, all chakras. Oh, that's so cute. I did actually want to get this card in this reading because I feel like it's such a beautiful card to get in terms of your future spouse. And we also have Labradorite. I probably butchered that. But we have psychic ability and third eye chakra. You know how I said that this person is probably manifesting you? I feel like they are, with this also third eye chakra showing up, they may be at least slightly aware of what they're doing. They may be slightly aware of the powers of manifestation in general. They may know a thing or two about spirituality, even if it's more on an unconscious level. Like they just feel a certain power around them. They feel like the universe is on their side and stuff like that. But with Okanite here and past life patterns, I feel like it's very possible in your case, Paaltu, that you are past life partners. You may have known each other in a past life and you're coming together once again. And just the fact that all chakras are being activated when this person is receiving signs of you, I just get this very wholesome feeling that you're really going to be for one another exactly what you need. This connection is both going to grow internally. I don't know how to describe this. Like the connection itself is going to grow, your relationship is going to grow beautifully, but you're also both going to grow as individuals. And you know how I said that a sort of calmness comes over them when they are receiving signs of you? It's basically this wholesome feeling that I was just describing. Like everything is going to fall into place. Everything is going to be all right again. I just need to be patient. And yes, maybe I'm going to have to get my heart broken a million other times, but it is worth it because I am at some point going to meet the right person for me. And like this person is absolutely sure of that, which really leads me to believe that they may be even more than just a bit spiritual. But with that being said, pile 2, that has been your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed. It was definitely a weird one for me. There was a lot of life shuffling. I mean, for me, you know, like I know other readers life shuffle 5 million decks, but with my anxiety about that, this is just absolutely great, and this is a great achievement for me. But with that being said, once again, that has been the reading. If you enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around, and I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, pile 3, and welcome to your reading, baby. Today we are taking a look at the signs and synchronicities that your future spouse / life partner is receiving about you. And to kickstart the reading, we are going to first look at the card that you chose, which is from my own makeshift deck. You've chosen a quote from The Secret History by Donna Tartt from the character Henry Winter. Maybe that name is relevant in some way. Maybe you know a Henry. Maybe the season of winter is particularly relevant to you, but I just thought I would mention that real quick. But the quote is, "But morning light can make the most vulgar things tolerable." Taking this quite literally, it could be that your person, and I'm going to call them your person because it's just easier than just repeating future spouse / life partner every single time. But if we're taking this message literally, your person would be receiving these signs and synchronicities about your connection, about you, particularly in the mornings. But to go a little deeper, the particular thing that I'm getting here would be, and this may sound random at first, but hear me out. The particular energy that I'm picking up on here is that your person is a hard worker. And like I said, hear me out. Morning, right? Morning is usually when, you know, most people go to work. I mean, not me. I've had this job that I started at like 4 p.m. and I know some people work shifts and stuff like that, but I really feel like your person would, 1, be a morning person, and 2, would go to work in the morning, like the regular shift. I'm really thinking a 9 to 5, or just, you know, just a regular shift that starts in the morning. I'm getting that they are a particularly hard worker, someone who is not scared of putting in effort, of putting in energy, and just giving and putting time into a big project. If they are an employee, they are, I feel like, one of the most valuable employees because they always do their best on the project that they get assigned. They can never be found like wasting time in the kitchen or on TikTok or whatever. But if they are a boss, they are the type of boss who doesn't just manage their employees. I feel like your person is actually putting in a lot of work themselves. They have their own duties, and in terms of managing the other employees, they usually delegate other people to do that because they really want to be involved in the actual work of the company. They want to do some of that themselves. And either way, I feel like your person is particularly loved in the work environment where they can be found because they are trustworthy. They keep their word. If they tell you they will have this done by 3, you can bet your ass it's going to be done by 3. But that was just a little bit of context for your person. I feel like they are, like I was saying, particularly getting signs and synchronicities about you in the mornings, because to some extent I'm really getting a lot of traditional vibes from your person. I'm particularly getting a masculine energy as well. Obviously, everybody can have both masculine and feminine energy within them, and have one of these being more present than the other, and like have it as the strongest energy within them. So it's not necessarily that this person is a man, but they sort of like have this drive to be the one who provides, to be the one who makes sure that their family, and I really feel like this is a family person. I was discussing this in pile 2 as well. Family in the sense that, you know, like spouse and children, maybe even dog, additional other animals around the house or whatever. They really want to be the ones who make sure that their family has everything that they can wish for. Like I said, pretty traditional. Obviously they're not going to stop their spouse from working if they choose to, but if their spouse doesn't want to, obviously you, in this case, I feel like this person would be very open-minded about that and be like, yeah, that's cool, I can work for both of us, which hook me up with this person, pal. 3. Kidding, they're yours. I understand they're yours. I'm going to keep my hands to myself. Anyway, so yeah, I'm particularly getting that they're getting these, wow, repeating myself like big time. Anyway, signs received in the mornings particularly. I have no idea where the sun went. Everything got so dark. Anyway, I really feel like that is all we can get with this one card. I kind of want to get some tarot to see if we can get some specific signs. Oh, I don't know, maybe the neighbor's cat running into their arms. It got very specific, particularly in pile 2. So that's why I'm really excited to see what we get in your case. That was such a flop. Damn it. By the way, this would be the White Numen tarot deck, and you always have the names of the decks in the description box below. I don't usually take reversals with this deck, but if a particular card jumps out and it's, you know, lands in a upside down position, if I really feel called to, I am going to take it in the reverse. It's just a matter of feeling cold to take the card in the reverse, obviously. But let's see, pile 3, signs and synchronicities that their future spouse, life partner, is receiving about them. I have no idea what that noise is all about. It's not, you know, the usual day when trash would be picked up, so I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. We have the Chariot. We have some Cancer energy, which would have to do with the home. We have Justice. Oh, okay. And we have the Hermit. Like, we have all... Are you kidding me? They're all major arcanas. Amazing, amazing. Like, your person, I really feel like they're just a powerful manifester, but I feel like that is not necessarily because they're particularly spiritual, but I feel like they just have such a drive within them, and they are so willing to just get down to business and do the deed and get the thing into their life that not even the universe can say no to them. They're just like very stubborn when it comes to goals, I feel. And I really sense that they are powerful in that sense. So obviously we have the Tower here, we have the Chariot, we have Justice, and we have the Hermit. Oh, isn't this interesting? I mean, if you would put these like that, we would have like number 7, number 9, number 11. So it would be a difference of 2 between each of these. Maybe that is relevant in some way. With the Tower, I would have number 16. So yeah, I'm not seeing any particular patterns here, but maybe you are. Getting down to the actual reading, this is a little bit complicated because I'm not able to exactly pinpoint any given thing. Let's go through the signs real quick. We would have Cancer with Chariot, we would have Libra with the Justice card, we would have Virgo with the Hermit. The Tower would be Mars energy, I believe, so we would have some Aries and some Scorpio on the table as well. Pretty all over the place, I would say. I think your person is honestly so distracted with other things that they may not be able to see signs, because I really sense this reading as being a little bit all over the place. And I'm not really getting you know, certain signs that they may be receiving. Obviously, their head is a little bit elsewhere. Like I said, I feel like the universe is particularly trying to give them signs in the mornings, but probably in the morning they're a little bit like, oh, today I have this and that to do, and I have to talk to Stephanie to get those reports. I have to see if George is doing well with his project, if he needs any help and stuff like that. You know, like their head may be a little bit elsewhere. So maybe even the most notable, I can't speak, noticeable signs can go overlooked by your person. Like even in this Justice card, we have this figure that has their eyes closed. In the Tower, we obviously have this figure who is very much focused on just one thing. I mean, granted, they have arrows in their chest, but you know, with the Hermit also, like we have this, usually with the Hermit, they have this lamp here. So that always makes me think of really being able to see, like not being able to see that much ahead of you. Obviously, you just have your lamp, and if it would be completely dark, you would just be able to see a couple of feet in front of you. I'm guessing, I don't know how, like depending on how strong this particular lamplight is, but you would not particularly be able to see far ahead of you. The Chariot is the only one that would make me think of really having some foresight in the future. But even with that, it's just, I'm just getting your person is very focused elsewhere, and they're not really seeing the signs, like even if they are there, which annoys me so hard because that's the topic of the reading, you know, like that's what I'm supposed to give you and I can't give you that. I hate it when that happens. But yeah, I really feel like your person is focused elsewhere. That doesn't mean that a potential partner is not on their mind. It's just not their main focus. They're really the sort of person who would expect the right person to just fall into their arms. I really don't see this person as someone who would try online dating or even just, you know, like dating random people. I feel like that's not this person's style. They're really the sort of person who believes that when the right person comes around, they come around. You know, I don't have to have a million partners before, which, you know, I guess depending on the type of person you are, I always see having, you know, partners beforehand as a plus. You know, like you get to learn a lot about relationships, so when the right one comes along, you already have a sort of like head start, and you don't have to, I don't know, heal certain patterns, attachment patterns with the right person and risk ruining everything. But, you know, to each their own, I guess. I really don't see this person as the sort to date around. But even with this focus on work, I feel like they're still, you know, to some extent focused on that future family that they're going to have, in terms of, I'm really going to work as hard as I can right now so I can provide really well for my family in the future. It's that sort of an idea in mind. Even with the Tower here, I feel like it takes the universe like a really big shakeup from the universe in order to get this person to focus on something else. Like the universe literally has to come in and shift their focus in order for them to see it, because they're just focused in front of them. Like, what's the next step in this endeavor? Like, if they have a particularly big project or a particularly big passion on their mind, that's what they're going to be focused on, and that's what they're going to be thinking about. What can be done right now? What can be done in the future? How can I make my situation, my financial situation, particularly right for when this person comes in? Okay, I'm going to stop rambling, Pile 3, because I really, like, even though I can say, like, for example, I don't know, they're seeing birds, and those are signs of you, because we do have multiple birds in these cards. I don't know how relevant that would be, because even if birds were a sign about you, so maybe, I don't know, maybe you're very free-spirited and that's why they're seeing birds, which would be really interesting, because this person, I really feel that they're very boxed in by their, I don't know, traditions and their ideas. I see this person as particularly stubborn, and if you were very free-spirited, I feel like that would be such a nice thing to have to complement each other. But even if birds were a sign of you, like I said, I really don't feel like this person is noticing anything. They very much have tunnel vision. And I would say that probably you haven't met this person yet, because I really feel like their focus would be at least a little bit switched if you did. Because they do want a family and they want the right person, you know, and maybe this is a matter of you differ from their usual type, and it takes some convincing that this can actually work. I don't know, this is a very weird person. And right now I really sense them very focused on their material world. But finally, I kind of like want to see, I don't know why we're doing this. I wanted to look usually at what chakras are being activated when they are receiving signs of you. But yeah, obviously none of that is working here. So I'm going to try to think of an additional question for which we can use these cards. This would be the Eternal Crystal Oracle deck, really pretty. And I really wanted to use it, but I don't know how to use it for you, Paul 3. I know what chakras will be activated in your connection for this person, I guess. I don't. Let's see what comes out. We have Tourmaline smudging with root chakra. Okay. And we also have Green Aventurine, new opportunities with heart chakra. I feel like this is nothing particularly groundbreaking in terms of this person, especially with the Tourmaline, with the root chakra, which I find very grounding. As a rule, I feel like this person is very grounded already in themselves, but they would also want the grounding of a family. They would want someone that they actually put down roots with. What I really like would be this Green Aventurine that, you know, activates their heart chakra, because I really don't. This person wants to take actions from their heart space, you know, but it's just not their default mode, I guess you could say. They make logical decisions, they make grounded decisions, they make well thought out decisions, and I feel like in this person's life, they don't really have a lot of time for their emotions, for nurturing their own heart, their own needs. I wouldn't be surprised if this person doesn't even know what their heart wants. They tell themselves, oh, I want this family, I want this traditional thing, I want to be the provider in the family, but it's just very shallow. I feel like it's a very shallow picture, and I feel like when they're going to meet you, when they're going to be in a connection with you, they're going to be much more in tune with their heart and their emotions in general. I feel like you're going to awaken that side of themselves, on top of this very grounded persona that they already have. And I don't want to say persona, like obviously I feel like this person may be, like quite possibly maybe an earth sign, someone who is just very logical thinking and goal oriented sort of, but obviously we all have wants, needs, things that we would like to be given in relationships, and I really feel like with you they're going to discover their emotional side a little bit more than what they already did, which I really don't feel like it's a lot. This person doesn't really know their own heart. They know their goals, which is great. It's a plus, but they don't really know their heart. But with that being said, Pile 3, that has been your reading. I'm so sorry that it was so off topic, I guess. Like, as you can see, we didn't get what I wanted to get from this reading, but hopefully it was insightful nonetheless. And if you enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around. And I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi there, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading, baby. Today we are taking a look at the signs and synchronicities that your future spouse / life partner is receiving about you. And to kickstart the reading, we are going to actually use the card that you chose, which is from yours truly, my own makeshift deck. And you chose a quote from the book White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky, which is the one book that I want everybody to read. It's less than 100 pages long. It's so worth it. I promise you, if you pick up this book, you're not going to regret it. I mean, you know, possibly you're going to leave very heartbroken, but in a very wholesome way at the same time. It's a weird feeling, but anyway, highly recommend. Let's reread the quote before diving into the reading. So you chose, I don't know how to be silent when my heart is speaking. Now, Pile 4, what I generally wanted to get with this first card and what I did get in previous readings is the sort of times when your person, and I'm going to keep calling them your person because it's easier than just repeating your future spouse / life partner, you know? But yeah, I wanted to get the times when your person would be receiving these signs and synchronicities about you. And I did manage to do that with other piles. Like, for example, in pile 3, it was super specific. Signs received in the mornings before going to work. It was like very specific there. But we also got sort of like when they are going through a heartbreak or when they have a decision to make. But with you, I'm not getting anything in particular about that. Only if you want, and this is going to apply for a very select hand of people. Is that how you say? A very select couple of people, I guess. We could interpret this title of the book, White Nights, as the time when these signs may be received. Maybe this person is receiving signs and synchronicities about you at night, or if they suffer with insomnia, if that is a thing that they have to deal with, they may be receiving signs during these white nights, these nights where they can't sleep. Or maybe they choose to have white nights, you know, like they may enjoy partying until the morning, something like that. But like I said, I don't think that applies to a big portion of you. The main message that I'm getting with this card that you chose is that out of all of the groups, I would say that, you know, this person, your person in particular, is the most likely to be aware of spirituality, to be spiritual themselves. Maybe they like to do some research on particular techniques or particular religions, particular spiritual practices, stuff like that. I would argue that it is very likely that this person knows a thing or two about spirituality, and they're very much aware when your energy is around them. What I mean by that is that the way I always looked at these signs and synchronicities, when you're receiving signs and synchronicities about a particular person, I always looked at it as, you know, their energy actually enveloping you. And I feel like this person can definitely feel it, and they are aware of what it means. At the very least, they know you exist. You know, so how some of us really have this deep knowing that that person is out there, that person for us, which I am one of those people. At times I can actually feel, I really believe that I can feel their energy, and it's really beautiful. And I feel like this person is like that. And I just thought of another message, which would be a little bit related to the title of the book. Maybe this is more of a, you know how I feel like this is something that a lot of people do, okay? I don't think this is a sort of underground thing, like very like gatekeep thing. I feel like a lot of people, before they go to sleep, they make up these scenarios in their head. This may be a person who is doing that before they go to sleep, having scenarios about you. Now, I would say that for some of you, it is possible you already know this person, and they actually, like, the scenarios that they make up in their head are of you, like they actually have a face and a name. But for the ones of you who don't resonate with that, I feel like it's very possible that they just kind of like base their daydreams on what those times when they could feel your energy around them kind of like tells them to imagine. And I wouldn't be surprised if these daydreams, actually they would be night dreams. I don't know, what do you call that when you make up scenarios in your head before going to sleep? You call it being a Pisces, but you know, apart from that, sorry, I had to do it. But yeah, I feel like a lot of them would be quite accurate in their depiction of you. Is there anything else that I can tell you with just this card? I don't know how to be silent when my heart is speaking. I feel like this person is someone who values honesty a lot as well. I don't know how that is relevant to the reading, but I really feel like when they feel something deeply, they have to talk about it. They can't conceal it. They can't pretend. You may, if you know this person, you may already know of their feelings for you. I feel like this person doesn't really see the point in pretending. That's particularly what I'm getting. And I also feel like this is someone who would only get involved in situations and with people that they 100% feel for, like they feel something strongly for. I'm getting that because, you know, this I don't know how to be silent when my heart is speaking. I feel like that is like 99% of the times, because they wouldn't waste any time on things that did not resonate with their heart. But with that being said, I'm going to take the White Numen Tarot and see if we can get some actual, you know, like physical signs that they may be receiving about you. This went fine with piles 1 and 2, but just so you know, in pile 3, I didn't actually manage to get any signs but I really don't think that's going to happen with you because, obviously, as we've discussed, your person is most likely someone who is very spiritual already, and in pile 3 it was sort of like someone who had their mind elsewhere, and even if they were receiving signs, they didn't see them, and that's sort of like why I didn't actually get any signs there. But also, just an FYI, I don't generally take reversals from this deck. It's I have to like feel really, really cold to take a card in reverse. So if you are, you know, wondering why a card has come out like this and I flipped it like that, it's because I usually don't take reversals with this deck. But with that being said, let's see pile 4, their future spouse, life partner. What signs and synchronicities are they receiving about pile 4? Nice. Geez. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, I think I'm just tired because like the shuffling went fine in the other groups. Okay, we have King of Pentacles. So a lot of grounded energy. And we have the 9 of Cups as well. Oh, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. If these actually stayed the way So yeah, bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. And here we have 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups. Now, the first message that I actually got with the 3 of Pentacles was something to do with work. I don't know, I feel like this would resonate more so with people who already know who this person is, like you know each other. Maybe you've met at work. Or maybe this could be more in the sense of actually when you're going to meet you are going to realize that, wow, we actually, like, we have like the same career, like we're working in the same field or very similar fields or something like that. I don't know why I was like, the first thing that I thought of with the Three of Pentacles was career. But yeah, I guess it would make sense because it's, you know, like people coming together to build something, which is sort of, at least, you know, on paper, what employees should do, and not just, you know, like build for their employer. Sorry, the Marxist in me came out there, came out a little bit there. But we are talking actual signs, right? So actual things that they may be seeing. Obviously, we have here quite a few animals, and that is basically why I wanted to use this deck, because it is very sort of animal spirit oriented, and you know, it has generally animals that you could see yourself. Like, it's not a giraffe that you would need to visit a zoo or Africa for, but particular animals that we have here are fish. Did I say? Oh my god, I know there were fish in pile 1 as well, and there was a lot to do with the sign of Pisces as well. Did I say we have Pisces instead of we have fish? I really hope I didn't, but if I did, you know, that would be fun to do if you want to check it out. Anyway, so particular signs that they may be seeing are fish. We also have this crow here. In the Lovers, we would have these snakes as well. And I'm also being drawn for some reason to the very interesting hair colors on these two figures. Obviously, we have this one with some blue hair, and we also have this one here with the white hair. Maybe that is, you know, maybe you have your hair dyed in one of these colors, or just particularly, you know, not natural colors. So your hair would not be dyed, I don't know, brown or blonde or even red. It would be something that is more unusual. So maybe they are seeing a lot of people who have these sort of unusual colors in their hair, and that is relevant because you may as well, or may have had at some point in your life. Is there anything else? For some reason, I'm getting a lot about plants. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of plants in these two pentacle cards. But yeah, I'm thinking a garden for some reason. Maybe there's a garden that they are passing every morning, or there's a garden in their path somewhere, and that is where maybe there's a pond as well with some fish in it. Maybe there are a lot of, you know, colorful figures that are walking around that part as well. But there's just something about nature, and particularly a garden. Maybe it has some nice bush hedges. Is that what you call them? Around it, it's kind of like surrounded by bush hedges, and maybe in the middle there is a pond with some fish, and maybe that is where they particularly like to sit, and that is particularly where they kind of like feel surrounded by your energy as a whole. I also feel called to mention that we have number 3 here, we have number 9, and obviously the Lovers being number 6. All of these can be divided by 3. I mean, obviously 3 can be divided by 3, so 3 may be a relevant number. The 3rd house possibly, which would also be like Gemini would rule over the 3rd house, which the Lovers is the Gemini card. I feel like most people already knew that. So there may be something about communication. For some reason, I'm even getting online communication. Maybe you've met online if you already know this person. But for some reason, yeah, I'm getting a lot about being online. In terms of other zodiac signs, we also have, with the King of Pentacles, we have Taurus. Maybe that is relevant as well. Is there anything else? I can tell you. I'm just getting again and again this sort of message of a garden, and I feel like just a particular type of people come around to that place. People who are more, like, maybe they don't seem like it, like we were talking with the unusual colors in the hair and how we tend to associate that with people who are more outgoing and outspoken and loud and stuff like that, which obviously it's just a stereotype. But I really feel like, yeah, there's something about appearances, I guess. Appearances, something that looks one way but is actually a complete other thing. Maybe this is something relevant to your connection as well. Maybe it really seemed like a friendship, but it actually was supposed to be more. Obviously, we're talking about your future spouse. For some reason, I'm thinking of bees as well. I don't know why. Like, I know there are stars along like on this person's head, but I'm really thinking of bees. And with these pentacles here, obviously coins, I'm thinking, you know how we were speaking of a sort of pond in this garden that I keep mentioning. I don't know, I have a really clear visual in my head, and I'm getting, you know, like coins being thrown in that pond, you know, like to make a wish. Maybe your person themselves has thrown in a coin in order to kind of like, and they wished for you to come into their life. Or maybe they wished for you to notice them in a certain way if you already know this person. There's something about a wish, like wishing on a star, like we were talking about stars here as well. Is there any like other physical sign that I can see here? I feel like those were it. Finally, I kind of like want to see what chakras are being activated when they are receiving the signs, because like I said, in my head, when you are receiving signs about a certain person, you're kind of like surrounded by their energy. So I kind of like want to see what chakras does your own energy activate in this person. We have dioptase, I probably butchered that, but we have direction with the heart chakra. Oh, I really feel like when this person is receiving signs of you, I really feel like you give them a sense of direction. Like they feel like, no, my life is so worth it. Like I'm going in the right direction. I am on the right path, and I can go distance until I meet this person or until this person sees me in the way that I see them, in case you already know this person. We also have chair sight, probably said that wrong again, with travel, root, and crown chakra. And we have unikite, live in the present, heart chakra. So we have double heart chakra and double sort of a double message of this keep going forward, keep focusing on the present, don't think too far into the past, don't think too far into the future. You are on the right path. You kind of like sort of, when they're surrounded by your energy, when they're receiving these signs, they sort of like feel calm and they feel reassured that you are out there and that the two of you are going to meet. The most important thing right now is to keep going down the path. Don't think, once again, too far into the past, too far into the future. Just live in the present moment and just take everything as it comes their way. And with this chair side here with travel, root, and crown chakras, maybe there's some distance between the two of you, which it would make sense, you know, like what are the chances that you're actually going to meet this significant person in your life in the exact place that you were born or the exact place that you are. Maybe this is not necessarily long distance travel, because we also have the root chakra here, which like obviously makes me think of more grounded things, of even places that make you feel more at home, that make you feel more comfortable and safe. And those are usually, you know, the places that are more so around the place where you yourself had grown up. So maybe it's not long distance travel, but it can be the sort of inkling that they're getting when they're receiving these signs that there is some way to go. It may even you know, refer to some way to go until they meet you or until this relationship can work. It doesn't have to be like actual physical travel, but with also like crown chakra being present here, I feel like they're directly receiving these messages from the universe. You know, like there's still some way to go, either physical, either only you know, in a metaphorical sense, or both in a metaphorical sense and physically. But you are on the right path, and keep moving forward. Don't let yourself be overtaken by worry and by discouragement. I guess you are on the right path, and you are going to meet this person. I feel like your future spouse or your life partner, Paul 4, like really believes in the success of this connection, which is absolutely beautiful. Like they have this, they are assured within themselves that yes, you are going to meet, yes, this is going to work. And they are ready to go the long distance for it. But yeah, that has been the reading, Paul 4. I really hope that you enjoyed, that you found it insightful. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I would love to keep your wonderful energy around. And I really hope to see you in another reading. Bye!